A new trend in all-wheel drive racing that I find very cool. Now, this is not a new thing at all. This is a very old thing, a viscous coupler. These have been around forever. The Honda guys have used them forever. This is a built S11, and they have a bunch of different aftermarket ones now. And you see all the Honda guys are using these. So, let's just zoom back a little bit. When you see all-wheel drive cars go down, there's a few different style of all-wheel drive cars. You got like your Red Demon, your all-wheel drive Talon, that the thing's darting all over the place, looks like it's going to hit both walls. I've seen them spin it around before the 60-foot cone just because the rear end is trying to come around the front end. It's always trying to do goofy things. Or like your Evo, similar thing. It's trying to do crazy things because of the way that it puts the power to the rear, and they're like fighting each other. Something like this is just, these are not connected. There is a, clutch pack basically in there with some really thick fluid that once it gets spinning up to RPM, it will try to match these two RPMs, and, it'll kind of like the front tires will roll and then it'll just slowly put power to the back automatically. It's really complex and difficult to explain. I mean, it's simple, but also kind of complex. But you see the Honda guys, they just leave real smooth. It just rolls right out every time. Like the Honda's all-wheel drive stuff doesn't get all funky or crazy. You see an Evo, it goes all over the place. And now, before TX2K, I saw Lucas English Racing, putting one in his all-wheel drive Evo. And that to me, I was like, okay, cool, this is going to be cool. It's so smooth now. It just goes right down. So now all the negatives about the Evo, which were like here back, the motors are great, trans are cool, like they make all the cool sounds. Like that is such an easy solution to just buy one of those and slap it in, and then all of a sudden it's smooth. I saw another team do this before World Cup. I was talking to them about it on their Eagle Talon. On their first pass, it PB'd 60 foot, and it was like best pass ever, smoothest pass ever. The driver was like, wow, it's really working. It's like, yeah, viscous coupler. So really cool trend in all-wheel drive racing, and I think that's going to resurrect a bunch of, maybe cars like this that have been struggling with all-wheel drive systems, and I think we're going to see this a lot more. I'm a nerd, so I'm pretty excited about this. I like all-wheel drive cars, but it obviously only works if you have like a, horizontally put engine. It's not going to work in your GTR, or maybe work in a Subaru, but I don't know. Probably not, because they're more rear biased. It's got to be like a more front biased car. So